And we are live.
Okay, guys.
Hey guys, welcome to the fucking Coronacast. Today we're not going to talk about the coronavirus, or we're going to try not to talk about the coronavirus.
The C virus.
The C money shit. So today we got a nice group. We probably got a few guys here in the cast. So you're probably going to hear 5 dudes talking over each other by the end of this cast.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bruh.
Hell yeah, I think.
You think? You're thinking? Oh,
yeah. That's
Oh,
a first.
yeah. That.
Bro, we got P-Meaux thinking. This is a record cast already.
Wow.
I mean, let's be honest.
Wow.
Let's be honest here.
He's thinking instead of doing. Wow.
Poop time.
How passive of you.
All right, so first of all, Trump is being criticized by COVID policy. Nobody gives a shit. Meanwhile, over on the Democratic side, so I think last week we were talking about how Biden could probably win the primary, and this week his status has been upgraded to almost certainly going to win the primary. So I hope you guys are excited. We are deep within the jocularity.
Oh man, we nailed it. Like, how many months ago? Like 3 months ago. We
At
knew
least 3
that
months
the
ago.
jocularity would happen. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were ready. We were ready for this. So this is just the fucking cows coming home to roost.
Oh yeah. We're all in at this point, boys.
This is it. So yeah, double your bets.
Joe's out. Joe's out. You know, like our Joes are out.
Boys.
No, Joe's up, hose down.
Mm-hmm.
All our Joes
That's
are
what
on the
I'm-
table. Shall we talk about like what a great guy Joe has been to all of his supporters?
Oh yeah, did he like say some stuff to some dudes in Michigan or something?
So first of all, Biden's staff has restricted his speaking time to like, they just like had a bunch of private rallies, like not open to the public. He's had like 5-minute rallies. He is very quickly going downhill. And if there's any question about that, then you have to see what he said to his supporters over in Michigan. So
I don't work
Are
for
we
you,
going
man.
to quote them or no?
Oh yeah, you
I'm
wanna
gonna
play
quote
a
him.
clip? Okay,
I'm gonna
there
quote.
you go.
So yeah, as you may or may not know, Joe Biden has been pretty hard on guns. You know, he's a pretty like line-toting Democrat. So that means every time someone gets shot, he's out there saying we got to seize all the fucking guns. No America needs guns. Blah blah blah. You know, standard
We need to
Democrat line.
seize the means of gunduction.
So during one of his rallies, some union workers, they came up to him and they're just like, okay, Joe, so you say you're supporting us union guys. That's cool. But you need to understand guns are really important to us. And we don't feel comfortable with you trying to take away all our guns. And Joe immediately responds, you're full of shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Oh man.
No, Joe.
It's
Oh no, Joe.
There's a young buck too.
He just like,
He's kind of, you know, he's kind of in Joe's face, but
he was getting up
the
close.
response
He was
was
getting
just
up. No, it was
not that of a statesman.
Right. I mean, like, when someone comes up to you and is just like, I want to vote for you, but I don't support your policy on blah, blah, blah. You're like, okay, look, let's talk about this, you know? Like, you're on fucking
Sure.
camera. You're on camera. Like, so if you think about it, let's contrast for a little bit. Let's go back to 2016. Bernie Sanders is having a rally and a bunch of Lives of Colors.
2016.
Lives of
4
Color
years
Matters.
Oh yeah,
After the clown world.
You
Yeah.
can just say lives that matter.
PC4.
No. It's Lives of Color. So Lives of Color Matters came up to a Bernie Sanders rally, and they just snatched the mic away from him. They said, "We have shit to talk about." And Bernie Sanders is just like, "Okay," and he sits down and just like waves them on, like, "Go ahead, talk about your thing." And these guys just like they go on and on about shit that has nothing to do with Sanders, talking about, you know, how the establishment has failed them, how like people like Bernie Sanders.
He could.
Yeah, they were filibustering They were definitely filibustering Sanders' rally, and he's just like, okay, I can see you guys are very angry, so talk about your thing, let yourselves be heard. This is your chance to make a point about whatever policy you want to hear. Then you got Joe Biden here in 2020. Oh, what's that? You disagree with me? Well, you're full of shit. I will challenge you to a fucking push-up contest. Come on, bro. One-on-one.
Come at me, bro.
Dude, he asked that guy if he wanted to go outside. He's like, "You want to go outside, bud?"
I think
Let's take this in a parking lot.
this is the state of American politics right now. Everybody wants to okay? It's gonna be like that. In your face, straight up, and doesn't work.
Yeah, this is corn pop diplomacy 101.
For sure.
Oh man.
Absolutely. Hey man, if it worked, it worked at the public pool. Why wouldn't it work on the world stage?
I guess you could say if all you have is a chain, everybody looks like a corn pop.
Yeah.
Bro, I love corn pops.
I mean, he probably wasn't even that bad of a dude. He was just trying to do dives off the diving board, show off to his friends. Corn pop. I mean, God bless him. He's still around. He's probably watching this like, I can't believe old Joe Biden would be saying this shit about.
Holy shit, man. Hold on a second. So I just have to say, like, The Onion has had the most incredible coverage of Joe Biden. So January 30th, let's just read these headlines. So January 30th, you're a piece of shit and I hope everyone like you dies, says Biden to Democratic voter in stirring call for party unity.
Oh, yeah.
I love The Onion. I also like the Babylon Bee. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, March 5th, Biden wondering where all this support was when he still had functioning brain.
Yeah.
March 5th,
That's fair.
Biden defends inappropriate touching of women as symptom of stuttering hands.
It's just my hands jittering. It happens when I'm old. It's just like...
I mean, that hadn't happened to your hand before, bro? I mean...
No. I don't know. Like,
March 11th.
No.
March 11th, Biden extends olive branch to Biden supporters.
Yeah.
Why would
That's
he
what's
have
up, man.
his supporters?
In a largely
war.
In a largely measured speech calling for party unity after a string of primary victories, former Vice President Joe Biden took to the stage Tuesday night to extend an olive branch to Biden supporters. I appreciate the enthusiasm and energy of Joe Biden's voters, and I want any of his supporters who feel lost or counted out to know that there is a place for them with my campaign, says Biden, stressing that while he and the vice president did not see eye to eye on every issue, they both shared values that represented a bold new vision for the American people.
They don't see eye to eye, but they see man to man, mano a
He's trying to
mano.
bring the country together still, even though he knows that there's weird stuff going on.
I just want to see. I just wanted to see like what's his face from Metal Wolf Chaos be president. I just want that guy. Yeah, what was his name? Like
Michael Hawk or something?
George.
His name is Mike Hawk.
Mike Hawk.
Michael Hawk.
Mike Hawk for president.
Oh,
Big
dude,
structural change.
Richard Ryder for president, bro. You know, Dick for
Dick
sure.
Ryder? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, his name is Michael Wilson.
Michael Wilson. That's such a white dude name.
That is
Whitey
one of the
Corngood.
whitest names.
Whitey Corngood.
Wasn't that like the name of fucking Dennis the Menace's neighbor or something?
Mr. Wilson, yeah.
Yeah.
His name is probably like
Yeah.
Abe Wilson. You know, he's
I think it
pretty
was
up
George
there.
Wilson.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. Good call.
So it must be like his son or something.
Yeah, it's like his weird nephew who got into politics because he's power hungry.
Tired of kids fucking tearing up his lawn, so he ran for president, and now he has a giant robot.
Man.
Now he has a robot to protect his lawn and the country.
Dude, yeah, I'll get a
So-
fucking giant robot to keep the kids away.
You know, Biden in a mech would actually, you know, it would solve a lot of problems.
Man, I would not trust that dude in a mech. Are you kidding me?
I'm saying it would solve a lot of problems in that it would probably kill him somehow.
Let me be real.
Aw.
Let me be real, okay? Joe Biden in a mech, here's what's gonna happen. He gets in the mech and he says, All right, where the fuck is the ignition? Come on, Buster, tell me how to run this thing.
And then he like beats it up.
How much gas this thing got in it? Like, sir, this thing does not run on gas. Well, what's going on then?
Where's the steering wheel?
Yeah, I thought you said this thing could fuck. Like, no,
it
sir,
works
we
off
never
your
said
emotions.
If Joe Biden had a giant mech, then he would just use it to go around touching everyone's hair.
Oh, yeah, he'd be like, where are the little girl mechs? I thought you said you had little girl. And they're like, no, sir, they're the ones piloting all the other mechs because they're really good at it.
They're in Japan. You got to go to Japan for those. And then he's like, well, I guess I got to go on a field trip.
Time to go to Japan.
Okay, so the year is... Hold on, guys. The year is 21XX. And Joseph Biden V is running for president. He is the very young age of 123. And he tells some people... He tells some people about how when he was a youngster of about 43 years old, how when he was a lifeguard for the vortex pool, and he had this trouble with a guy named Weetabix. And now let me tell you about Weetabix. Weetabix had a bit of an attitude. He was the don't laugh now. This is a real story, all right? So he was talking about how let's just call him Reese's Puffs. So Reese's Puff was the king of the schoolyard, you know, and
because he has a peanut butter and chocolatey flavor,
right? Yeah. So Joseph Biden V, he was having some trouble with this guy, and one thing led to another, and he had to come back, and he had to bring his mech with him and say, "I don't think this pool's for you, buddy, Mr. Buster, John, Jack, George, Michael Bluth. You're gonna have to get out of here."
You know, if he had a mech as a lifeguard, I have several questions. Yeah, if it ever came to that, like having a lifeguard be a mech, I would have a lot of questions on my mind.
Well, it's the year 21XX, so having questions on your mind is actually illegal. Sorry.
Oh man. Well, at least I'll be dead by then, so I won't have any questions to ask. So.
Costco legislation number 31B says you are no longer allowed to have thoughts of your own. And also, please buy our delicious hot dogs. They're on sale this week.
You know, from Costco, I like getting the pizzas, and also from their food court, I also like getting the chicken bakes. Like, I've tried their hot dogs, and they're okay. But I like the chicken bakes. Good.
Yeah, the chicken bakes are good. I'm going to say the hot dogs are... I think the hot dogs are number 1 for me. The pizza's number 2, and the chicken bakes are number 3. Do you guys have the bulgogi bakes, or is that just in Korea?
I think it's just Korea because I just see chicken bakes, and I also get whenever I go to Costco, like the food court, I get a pizza, I get a chicken bake, and I get like either a berry smoothie or like the mocha smoothie. You know, yeah.
Oh, I've never had their smoothies. I always see them, but I never get them because it's just a giant pile of sugar, and I'm already getting fat enough off all their pizza and hot dogs.
Yeah, they locked that shit down over here in Texas, man. You cannot get in if you don't have one of them cards. They're like, get out.
Oh no shit.
No toilet paper for you.
Oh man.
You don't have your C card, Mike?
No, bro. I got a couple of homeboys who do, but man, you know how that is. They check them at the door and they check the ID, and it's like, no, you cannot come in here and get 200 hamburger patties, sir. You did not pay your dues. Like, man, come on,
my girlfriend pointed out that so whenever I go to Costco, I just walk right in with my cart. I don't take my card out because it's too much work. And no one's ever said anything to me. And my girlfriend pointed out, the people at the door, they're telling you, please take out your card and show them. I was like, oh, really? I never do that. And we just walked right past, and she's like, oh, huh, I guess they don't really give a shit, do they? I was like, yeah, of course not.
What, are they saying it in Korean or something? Or are they saying it in a different language?
Yeah. No, they're saying it in Korean, of course. I live in Korea, so they're not going to say it in English.
They're saying it in Korean. They're saying papers, please, in Korean. And
I thought you spoke that language. I thought you taught that language, dude.
No, I teach English. I teach real language.
To kids who speak Korean. How do you teach English to kids who speak Korean?
using English.
He only needs elementary level Korean to teach elementary level.
You don't need Korean at all to teach English. You don't need any language to teach English except English. Well,
that's the last time I tell somebody how smart your ass is.
Fuck yeah, dude, man. I'm certified in this shit. It's really easy, dude. Look, it's like this.
Apparently, all you need to do is be able to speak baby speak in Korean and then speak English.
You don't need baby speak even, dude. It's like this, all right? You got a picture of a dog. All the kids look at it. Oh my god! And you say, "This is a dog." Everybody say dog, and the kids say dog.
I've been friends with you.
Strawberry. This is a strawberry.
Knew how to speak Korean.
Dude, I can speak Korean, but I'm not going to.
Okay, that's what's up. That's cool.
I get paid to not speak Korean, so that's it. Like if I have to speak, if I have to speak Korean, I do. Like when I go in to renew my Costco ID, whatever. If I go to the checkout, they ask me questions like, "Do you need a cash receipt?" Blah blah blah. I'm just like, nope. Yeah, we're good. But like, yeah, I mean, whatever they were saying at the front, I wasn't listening. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Where you just keep saying no.
No, I don't.
And you don't even know what they're saying. You're just like, no.
Just like they just accept it.
Well, whenever you go to a grocery store to check out, it's always
keep saying no.
Whenever you go to the grocery store to check out, it's like always the same 3 questions. Number 1, do you need a bag? Number 2, do you have a point card? And number 3, do you want to do this in installments? So it's always no, and no.
Yeah. See, that's what I would do the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, it's really straightforward. They don't even tell me how much money I have to pay. They just like show me the screen. They're like, "Oh, you don't look Korean. Just look at this fucking screen."
Yeah. And like, you know how to read, right? You at least know how to read.
We want your money. Please give us your money.
Yeah.
Dude, sometimes I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I think like when somebody tells me how much it is on the screen, I look at them like I know. Like, right? I'm looking at the same thing you are, dude.
Well, like,
maybe I know how to read. That you speak a different language, or maybe they assume that you.
Oh yeah, I speak a different number language. What they got to put it to me in binary? No,
like, numbers are really long.
I understand numbers.
I definitely. I don't
think you're like angry at numbers because there's like too many of them and stuff.
Sometimes I do look angry, and it's on accident.
Do you have a resting bitch face?
No, I just got a resting like I'm confused about why you guys are doing what you're doing face.
Then you're qualified for president.
No, bro. I'll tell you who is qualified. Our boy right here, Bropy, because he doesn't know what's going on. All they would have to do is send him some newsletters like, what do you think would be the right thing to do? And I guarantee you, he would pick the right thing to do.
2028. 2028, the Weedham dividend.
Yep. 2028.
We're ready.
Whatever ticket.
Yeah, like how you were mentioning from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
The guy doesn't even know how important his job is. He just does it because he thinks it's right. He's like, "Oh, I got this questionnaire." It's like, "Oh, should we annex these people, or should we just like try to help them out?" And he's like, "Oh, you should definitely try to help them out." That's what the Galaxy does, because he's the secret president of the Galaxy, and he's just a regular guy trying to do the right thing. And like, you think about how ridiculous the job of the president of the leader of the free world. What a silly job!
It's a fucking joke, man. Let's be real.
It's so antiquated. Like, of course, guys 250 years ago would be like, yeah, one guy, and he's got like 15 guys talking to him. We can figure this out together. Like, we did it, and we won this war, like the Revolutionary War. This is enough, right? We have 300 million people.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, now you put it that way, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's just, it's a dead position.
They're like, yeah, these are enough people.
Yeah, just send me a whole bunch of stuff to fill out, and I'll just be like, okay, or no. Yes or no on everything. I'll just check mark okay or no on everything and just be like, yep, that's all I do for 8 hours a day, then go to bed.
Dude, and the problem then would be people would be trying to figure out, not even people like who voted to hire or elect some random jackoff as president. I don't mean to call you some random jackoff, but
someone will try to figure out my algorithm that I choose to know from.
No, they would try to figure out who you were. Like some crazy deep state motherfucker who is like, I can't control elections anymore. I can't keep Bernie from getting the elect. I can't keep this guy Brophy from getting the fucking nomination because there's just so much grassroots support. They would try to find you, dude. They would try to kill you.
Oh yeah, there's so much grassroots.
You would have the biggest.
It'll be fucking like it'll be like Donald Trump Jr. running against like Joe Biden, like Hunter Biden, and they'll be like so confused, like, why is this guy securing like 45% of the vote right now? And then Brip will just be on TV like, Freedom dividend,
he's the
guys.
first independent candidate with
one brick
traction.
to every household.
Isn't that
Real
how
change.
He's
Abraham Lincoln got like elected?
I at least guarantee a little bit of burnt. You guys will be able to scavenge in your house and be able to find a little bit of burnt. I know we can spread that shit around. I worked in Walmart. I know they have the infrastructure. And people would be like, hell yeah, I worked in Walmart too. I know they can do this shit. They can at least give everybody one TV dinner a fucking day and not lose any money.
Yeah, I know supply side economics.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, literally the only thing that Brip is going to promise is the fucking Weed'em dividend. 1 brick of weed every household every month. So that's it. Like, once he does that, he's pretty much secured the election. Let's be real.
No, okay, here's for future. Here's for the dynasty, presidency. He provides a fucking brick, or, a package containing seeds. Just something. It's like, hey, what zone are you in? You're in zone like 6B. All right, here's your zone 6B. It comes with a little mini greenhouse because it's gonna get cold, and you can grow your fucking pound of weed. You just gotta send out these shits.
So
that's gonna be like the Green Party.
Like an advancement. It would be an advancement to like the World War II victory gardens where people were growing their own stuff in order to like fund the war effort. It would be like that for weed.
Call it the Victory Garden 2.
Oh,
Victory Garden 2. Yeah.
Or you could call it the Forever Garden or something.
Call it the Greener New Deal.
Dang. Call it the Starter New Deal. Also, one thing we need to pull up on the docket at some point is the advances in solar that are just happening at a rapid pace.
We can talk about that.
Dude, around here, there's almost no clouds ever. And there's a lot of people installing a lot of solar panels, and it's actually pissing off the electric companies so bad because now people can like live off the grid.
Oh yeah, dude.
And like they actually can sell power to the.
That's a thing. Companies. They're selling power back to the fucking electric companies. I got a neighbor who has half of his roof in solar panels. And he's not paying a dime in electric costs, but he's also saying it's going to take like 20 years because he had to pay so much for these solar panels.
Oh yeah, for sure,
dude.
Like
all the farms here have solar panels and stuff.
He said he's going to sell this house before the solar panels pay themselves off, but that it's going to be like a selling point for.
Yeah, well, the solar panels are going to raise the value of his house, so he'll get the money back when he sells it.
Exactly.
Well, considering how much land you don't need for the farms, replacing them with solar farms actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome idea. I mean, like we talk a lot of shit about a lot of shit, but like when it comes to solar, that's something everyone can get behind. Like if you're a socialist, if you're liberal, whatever, if you're socialist, you're seizing the means of production. If you're liberal, you're getting green energy. And if you're like libertarian, then you're cutting everyone out of your own business. So it's like everybody wins except for the conservacucks.
Oh yeah, the real no, this is our grid. You have to pay into our system. Like I feel like those are the only people who lose out on solar power.
Well, conservacucks, they hate new industries. Like they can say they're pro-business, but what they actually mean is that they're pro corporate.
Business.
They're pro. Yeah, they're pro. Well, not even that, because there's like there are people in my family who they're like really big on solar energy, but they also vote Republican, and so they're cucks, which is why I say conservative cuck.
I don't think the terms, or I don't think it's exclusive. Though.
No. Cuckoldry
solar energy and.
Oh yeah. Well, both solar energy and cuckoldry they cross the aisle. But specifically, what I want to say is like these guys will vote for the conservatives. The conservatives say they're pro-business, which is fine if you're talking about like businesses that actually matter. But what they're really saying is vote for us, and we'll make sure our donors receive all of your money.
Yeah,
like they're not investing back into
I'm
people.
just seeing so many
Very
solar farms
anti-populist.
out here because like there's so much pasture out here, and it's so flat that you can actually have a really big solar farm in the middle of all these mountains and basically pay for like all the grid, all the costs of maintaining everything on your grid.
So
and a lot of people actually use
strategy.
that for their grow ops and stuff. Like they power it with solar power.
That's fucking sick, man.
Yeah, man. It's like what is it? Vertical integration or horizontal integration?
That's horizontal integration.
Yeah, it's horizontal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a good retirement strategy. Get some fucking solar panels, get a greenhouse, use the solar panels to not only fuel your house, but also to like have a temperature controlled greenhouse. And then inside you can grow all your vegetables and fruits and shit. You could have like exotic mangoes and mangosteens and pineapples and shit. But also you can have your weed. But you have to grow your mangoes and your weed together, of course, so that you get the maximum output.
Yeah, you gotta activate your mangoes. Yeah.
Fuck, that sounds sweet. That's exactly what I'm gonna do when I retire.
I'm glad you have a retirement plan set out, man. Like, I hope you have enough money with all of your stocks to do that.
Here we go. Let's discuss the stonks.
Here's the fucking segue.
Oh boy. Yeah. So every day I wake up and I scream. I wake up. So I'm okay. So
I gotta be right. I'll be right back.
All right, you're gonna miss some hot shit.
Not really right back, but dude, I cannot hear about more stonk shit.
No,
my buddy has been screaming. My buddy is independently wealthy, and he has been screaming.
He's screaming internally, screaming
both.
Externally,
both
screaming.
But we both had a birthday to go to yesterday, and he had to cook for it, and so he was just, I could just see it in his eyes.
He was cooking and screaming at the same time.
Yes.
So
I can't take that. Tell Bropey about it, but like I'll come in on the ass end of it because I know what you mean.
Okay, yeah.
I know what you mean.
You guys wake up on the open. I wake up on the close. So when I wake up, I see all the damage that's been done for like the past 12 hours, however many hours the market stays open. But yeah, so I get to see the day's damage as soon as I wake up, and then right before I go to sleep, I get to see the new opening price. So basically, I get to scream when I wake up, and then I get to scream before I go to bed, and it's really good. But I'm going to give you...
It's kind of like a damage report. Yeah. You wake up, damage report.
Yeah, and I got my crypto wallet also, so I get live updates on how much money I'm losing. But for real, so the reason why I'm not like, I don't sound like super freaked out or angry right now, so I'm going to give you guys all some advice. I think you guys don't really invest much, but for any of our listeners who are investing, or for anyone here who wants to like get into investing in the future, well, right now you probably don't want to get into investing. That's fallacious. I'm going to tell you why right now. So if you already have shit, hold it. And we saw this already. We had a several-year depression, and it fucking sucked. People had their money just like start to disappear in 2007, 2008, and like when the economy was down, you were fucked. But if you held it from 2008 to 2012, you made all your money back. And if you held your money till 2013, you made all your money back, and you got a shitload. And even better, if you not only held your money, but you doubled down in like 2009, then you made just shitloads of profit after the rebound. So I'm going to tell you, whether you have invested already. If you've invested already and you're pulling out right now, you're fucking stupid. And if you haven't invested yet, or you have some money to make other investments, if you buy in right now, you're going to be fucking rich once this blows over. So I'm not screaming because most of the money that I've invested already is going to come back by the end of the year. And any money I haven't invested yet, whatever I buy in now is going to come back with like just sick fucking returns. So I'm not screaming because I know there's money to be made, and it has been made. A lot of people got fucking rich off of the depression. So just don't be a fucking idiot. Don't scream. Don't stress. Buy in now and you will get your returns later. So just think about the long.
I am.
Yeah, well, I've always kind of been poor, and I've never had to deal with stocks, but it's more about like just the physical aspect of daily goods that just gets to me really. You know, like I remember my grandma, who like did live through the depression. She used to say stuff like, if you have something, you know, like clothes or whatever, or like food, she would say like, use it up, wear it out, make do or do without, you know.
So that's the Great Depression, and the 2008 Depression are two different climates. The Great Depression was terrible because like people weren't really investing then. It was just whatever savings you had. If you had savings in the bank, it was fucking gone. And that was not the case in the 2008 Depression, because the first thing that happened was Obama bailed out the banks. And not a lot of small people had investments then, but any small people who had investments, they really got some good returns on them. So now it's 2020, and any fucking idiot can get into Robinhood or Fidelity or Vanguard or whatever. And a lot of these investment accounts, they have zero investment fees. So basically, there's no penalty to being like a small individual with a private account investing. So just, if you have any money to invest, you might as well invest it now. If you don't have any money to invest, you're fucked for the moment, because the economy is just going down and there's probably going to be some disappearing jobs soon.
Yeah, well, I don't have a job and I don't have any money, so I think I'm fine. Everything will be fine.
Yeah. So, right. And so Brip's case is a great example of why socialism helps people get through these trying times. So basically, one way or another, you know, the government will have money. If it doesn't have the actual money in cash, it has debts, and it can just make more debts, like whatever, they print money.
Promise.
Yeah, whatever. It's just like, well, here comes money. It's magic. So basically, if you have a government guaranteed safety net, then no matter how the economy is doing, you're still going to get the money you need to, you know, pay for your house, pay rent, pay utilities, and get food and medical and whatever the fuck else. So this is a great argument for Yang, as always. And it's also a pretty good argument for socialism. So long as people have money, then they're going to be okay. If you just rely on capitalism, then when the markets go down, people get fucked. But if you have some kind of social safety net in place, then not only are people going to be okay when the economy goes down, but because they still have money to buy shit, then they're going to spend that money, and that's going to stimulate the economy and help facilitate a faster rebound.
Right.
But I don't really spend much, because I only get like $780 a month. So
but you spend it. Whatever you have, you spend it anyway, right? Like, it's just that's the money you spend month to month.
I save a little bit because I can't own more than $2,000 of net income, including like stocks and all that. So I have to actually avoid stocks because they
disqualify you. Yeah.
Tax it. Yeah. It goes up to $3,000 if I get married, but yeah.
So basically, month to month.
I don't get married. Do you have an extra $1,000 in my wallet? No. In my bank account? No.
So month to month, you get your tugboat, and month to month, you spend that tugboat. That means, like, come rain or shine, economy up or down, you're spending your money. And that's good for the economy. If people are always spending their money, that's great. Because when a fucking depression hits, then people, they take their money, they take their investments, they sell their investments, and they just fucking stock up. You know, they put their fucking cash in a pile in a safe, and they lock it, and that's just that's nobody's money. It's not doing anything for the economy. It's not doing anything for the family. It's just like, it's money that has just disappeared from the economy, at least temporarily. So,
but it's in your safe, making you feel more comfortable.
It makes you feel more comfortable, but it doesn't matter because, like, if the economy collapses, then, you know, what good is your money?
Your money could make nice padding for your bed, I guess. If you want to, like, stuff your bed with it and just, like, use it as kind of, like, filler, you know, like, down. You know, like...
Yeah. I mean,
that's...
So, well, the thing you need to know is that money is only worth anything so long as you're investing it or spending it. When you're not using your money, then what is it? It's fucking toilet paper. If you're not going to the store, if you're not buying things for yourself, if you're being, what's the word begins with an A? If you're being austere, then your money just has no functional use.
Right. But I mean, sometimes it's there for when people get hurt or, you know, something happens with their vehicle or something. You know,
yeah, you know,
have money like
at
that.
least some backup plan.
Which is another argument for the social safety net, because if you have guaranteed money coming in, then you don't have to save money for an emergency because the emergency is covered.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much what people do every day here, though. I mean, they barely have enough money to get through rent, and then enough for them to go out and do something, hang out at night.
Yeah, that's fucking subsistence living. That sucks. I'm not worried. I mean, I'm working on reinvesting my savings now so that I can get great on the rebound. But like, I'm not saving for the long term, like for emergencies or anything, because I have a guaranteed income month to month.
Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that makes me kind of
know what
lucky.
you have.
Yeah. Well, I have a government job, so that's just a simple thing. If you have a public job, then you have a guaranteed income. It's when you're in the private sector, that's when you're fucked by this stuff. So yeah, that's something that capitalists don't really like to talk about. But yeah, having a socialized economy, it makes the economy more robust. Capitalists don't like to talk about that. They think, you know, having a good personal savings plan, having a mixture of different investments, you know, T-bonds and stocks and, you know, cash and all that mixed together, that makes you robust as a private individual, and that's perfect. But if you have a social safety net, the entire country is robust. And that's good, because instead of just having like the smart people being able to spend money, then you have everyone being able to spend money. And if everyone's spending money, what happens to the economy? Put two and two together.
Yeah. Gross.
But capitalists won't admit that.
Let the dosh flow.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's our talk for stonks. I think we can move on out of that. Moans, you still with us?
I think he's still away. We could just keep going. He could talk about the stonks when he gets back, because it sounded like he was just like, his friend was just talking about like how he was cooking steaks and chopping onions at the same time in order to hide his tears.
Yeah, this fucking stock tears, man. That's just hilarious.
Like cooking steaks and onions.
Yeah,
so many
steaks and
fucking
onions,
people right
liver
now.
and onions. He's grilling liver and onions just to hide all his tears.
So many fucking
Yeah,
investor
something like
cells just waking up and screaming every single day. You gotta take it easy. Like, it's gonna be okay later. Just, you know, hold on. Right. Okay. So here's the news you haven't been hearing about because of bullshit that's been making everyone focus on one topic, which we will not mention. So speaking of like just this year, so 2020 has been a wild ride, by the way. In case you guys forgot, we almost had World War III.
Right.
We lost Kobe. We lost Kobe. The whole world is being overcome by a great virus, and now this is something that people have not actually paid attention to. There is a plague of locusts that is destroying East Africa.
I thought it was also in China too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, so no one's talking about this, but there's actually a plague of locusts. Like, this is some literally
there's a plague of
biblical
locusts
shit.
that went, and that wasn't that's like in the trillions now, I think, or the billions of locusts, and somehow they went all the way from Africa. They went to China just at the same time all this bullshit is happening, it's like there's these friggin' like biblical plagues going on because I guess maybe China pissed off Old Testament God somehow.
Well, I think the locusts are going to China because like right now flight tickets are an absolute low, so it's a good time to fly.
Yeah, a buddy of mine said it was $30 to go to Colorado.
There you go, man. So the locusts are taking
Great.
low cost carriers.
Yeah, good job, Lucas. That's insane, though. I mean, like that would be like a wave of locusts.
Dude, hold on a
that
second. Let me show you this picture real quick. I'm gonna put it up in the channel.
No way. There's a picture.
I've seen waves of grasshoppers like when I used to be in the desert, but you know, like they would come north from Mexico, and oh my god, that.
So if you're looking at this picture right now, there is an African man, and he's like holding a bat, and he's trying to fight off. There's just like fucking a million locusts around him, and he's trying to fight them with a bat. It reminds me of like, do you guys remember that?
That looks like some Dark Souls shit, man.
Oh man.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember? I think it was like, was it Clarence or whatever it was called? That like Cartoon Network show that we thought was going to be funny. We watched the pilot episode like twice, and there's just like, I just remember it's just like, hey, let's have a sleepover, and he just invites some friends over for a sleepover, and he's like, there's gonna be a big surprise, and then just at the end of the episode, he's like, here's the surprise, it's bees, and they just like let open he opens a box and a giant fucking swarm of bees comes around his house, and then like the police kick down the police kick down the door and they start shooting at the bees.
Wouldn't you? I would. Die.
Fuck yeah, I would. I'm an American. If I see bees, I'm taking out my gun, taking out my AR-15.
Your BB gun.
Fucking Joe Biden trying to take away our bee shooters. Like, how are we going to protect ourselves from the locusts if Joe Biden takes away all of our guns? What are we going to do?
Well, we're going to need to get Joe Biden instead.
Yeah, I hope Joe Biden has a comprehensive anti-locust strategy, because if he doesn't, like, he's going to be out after a week.
That's so crazy. They're going to have to drop like a firebomb on that thing. Oh my god, look how many out there. There's so many.
There's so fucking many locusts. Like, how do you deal with that? I mean, like,
That dude's probably like getting hit in the face with locusts. Like boom, 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 boom.
You know, the more and more I look at this, the more
wish
and
there was
more
a
I can
live
see the
video.
allegory of like communism, really, because like there's all those like peasants flying around you trying to take you down, and then you're like the dictator right there with your bat trying to get them all down. But there's way too many. They keep coming.
okay, so the locusts are the working class. All right, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Robber Baron.
Yeah.
Thanks, nerd.
Yeah, there's some robber baron. Yeah, that African guy looks like a robber baron.
Whoa. We can't say that.
He just needs a flamethrower, man.
Yeah, he
out there.
totally needs an upgrade to his equipment. You know, like this is
Yeah, what was he thinking?
yeah.
You gonna SWAT all those? Really?
Well, maybe he could afford a flamethrower if the economy wasn't so fucked up right now.
Where's the Elon Musk flamethrower?
Yeah, that's
Right.
right. Elon Musk needs to sell his flamethrowers to Africa right now.
They need the
Dude,
UFI, the Universal.
Dude, they need to assemble a
Flame
team.
Universal
Go out there and take care of them.
If they do that, I'm buying Tesla stocks.
Oh yeah, with that.
Dude,
Probably a
what
good
if
idea.
Tesla also made Tesla coils and zapped all of them?
But Tesla has a flamethrower. Like, they've put it on the market.
Well, I mean, Tesla coils, you know, like
Oh yeah, that'd be
zap,
cool.
Are those effective against locusts? Because I know fire is super effective.
Well, they
Hit them with the
are
coronavirus.
attracted to like electrical zappers, I think. So just, you know, it would chain lightning all of them.
Zap, zap.
Zap, zap.
The flamethrower would be a lot cooler, though. I mean, just have Elon just order a couple, like 40, go out there, 10 feet from one another.
Okay, so now it's 2021. All right, let's do little predictions here. So now it's 2021. COVID is gone. The economy is back. Trump and Biden are now coexisting as presidents. They've reached an agreement that they'll both be president. And over in Africa, fucking Uganda and Kenya are battling against each other. Another war has broken out in Africa. The Ugandans are using Elon Musk branded flamethrowers, and the Kenyans are using Elon Musk branded Tesla coil electric guns. So this will be the great fire electric war of Africa 2021.
Yeah, it's like fire versus thunder.
That's funny.
Shit. Fire versus
That's so
lightning.
cool.
Like we're gonna further destabilize. We're gonna further destabilize Africa. Like this will really be the cows coming home to roost.
Are there any cows in Africa?
I think so, right? I think they eat beef and shit, or whatever.
Some do, but like they're really poor. They probably only get like one cow to eat like in their lifetime.
They got McDonald's in Africa, right?
I would think
Maybe
so.
like South Africa or like Egypt or some shit.
I'm pretty sure they have McDonald's
got
all over
towns.
Africa. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean they have cities, they have cars and shit. Like they're not living in the fucking 16th century.
Find me a map of Africa. Africa.
Yes, look at Africa, the country. Yes.
I'm gonna see how much they fucking ate away.
Oh, dude, yeah. I don't know if I want to find a locust
Goddamn.
map, but
All right, so it's like Africa is fucked. Those locusts also went to China. They flew to China because they're the only people that would actually legally fly to China right now.
So
I love
I'm
this headline. Hundreds of billions of locusts swarm. Hundreds of billions.
hundreds of billions. Wow,
Hundreds
holy
of billions.
shit.
Yeah.
That's like
That means
That's like 100 billion.
that's fucking like
Hundred
one.
billion.
That's like 1 trillion troops. Wow.
wow.
You just gotta mash XXXXYYYYYY.
that sounds like what you gotta do in the Africa server.
You'll be
look at
sucked.
that. Yeah. I mean, if everybody in the world kills like 5 locusts, then all of them will be dead, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You gotta do your moral duty to go to Africa and kill 5 locusts and go back home, and then you'll contribute
There's
to society.
There's 100 billion locusts. That means there's fucking a billion locusts for every citizen of the world, right? Every person in the world gets a billion locusts. That's how math works, I think.
I think it's more like 100 per person right now.
No, it's a billion,
Okay.
right? Yeah, there's like 7 billion people, so that means if there's 100 billion locusts, then that means each person gets like 30 billion locusts.
Jesus.
Common core math.
Well,
man.
you gotta get your stick. Gotta get going.
Everyone gets a small army.
So hold on a second.
Everyone gets a Tesla coil or a flamethrower.
I'm gonna show you
Yeah,
guys.
that flamethrower is pretty bad.
I'm gonna show you guys a picture of Nairobi's Olympic track and field training program. Hold on a second.
Is it Chase the Food?
So just look at the picture here. This is Nairobi's Olympic training program.
Chase, oh man, running through the locusts. Look at him, he's so graceful.
So I'm gonna try to put this picture up on the final stream. But for those of you who are wondering what we're talking about, there is a man who is just literally running through a gigantic swarm of locusts. I don't know if he's like trying to kill them or if he's running away from them, but yeah.
Oh man, wow, he's so graceful, so majestic.
Like shit, that's why they have so many really good runners from Africa, because they have fucking Civil War armies, and they have plagues of locusts and shit to run from. Like those guys gotta be the best runners in the world.
When all you have is runners, make
You gotta
run.
run. Yeah. Dude, that's insane. That's so many.
That's fucked up. Someone call the
I bet you
developers.
get it.
Guys, someone call the developers for the world, because I think Africa has a few bugs in it.
Dude, he's at least getting at least one bug in his mouth.
I think
Maybe,
I think he's just gonna eat all of them. I mean,
Oh my god,
It's free protein.
right? Yeah, that's what it's gonna.
that's
Jesus.
a protein bar right there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Those things are pretty big.
All right, I gotta make a sandwich real quick, so you guys can talk amongst yourselves for a little bit. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Alright.
Okay. So what you been up to? Fresh?
Nada. Working a lot. Working a lot still.
Yeah,
Doing a lot.
same for me, man. It's like nothing. Whole load of nothing. Still kind of
Sounds like
recovering from getting my blood taken out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Stuff drains you literally.
Yeah, but they're like, holy shit, you're bleeding so fast. How's your heart bleeding this fast? It's like, I could even attach an IV to you fast enough. It's like you were just bleeding all over the place. You made a mess, and I'm like,
You're like, no, you made a mess.
I can't control my blood.
Yeah.
And
You
then they
made a
check my
mess.
blood pressure, and I'm like, yeah, they're like, how are you able to drain out a pint of blood with 120 over 70 blood pressure? I mean, 120 over 60 blood pressure and 40 pulse. And I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's not wrong. I don't know, lady.
I don't know. Do you think I know what my body does? When I bleed, I bleed.
I bleed.
I'm a bleeder.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, they take out a liter from the bleeder.
The 3-year-old bleeder.
Yeah, they say normally it takes about a half an hour to take out a liter of blood, and for me it takes about 3 minutes. They're like,
Jesus,
you just lost a fifth of your blood. How are you feeling right now? You just lost a fifth of your blood in 3 minutes. How are you feeling right now? And
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Can you give me some food? I want like a sandwich and like some juice.
You got any juice?
You got any juice? I want some cranberry juice, man. Maybe some coffee. They're like, your blood pressure was like that, and you drank 3 cups of coffee before coming in? Holy shit. Why is your heartbeat at 40 beats per minute when drinking 3 cups of coffee would make it like 90 to 120? And I'm like, I don't know. Why is your blood pressure not like 150 over 80 or something? And it's like 120 over 60. It's perfect blood pressure, even with all this coffee you just drank right before coming in. And I'm like, I don't know. Just take my blood out.
Just shut up, bitch. Just do your job.
Yeah, and it's a shame because like I can't donate my blood, even though like I can make like all the blood, because my blood would be poisonous to somebody if I donated it to them. Because it has so much iron, it would give them way too much oxygen in their blood. And yeah,
Sure.
hyperoxygenating somebody and like all the drugs in my system would make it so then it's like it would kill someone if you gave it to them and they were like, here, have this. You're bleeding out. You have some free blood. And it's like, okay. And it's like they get a cocktail of drugs and iron and all this dumbass bullshit. And it's just like they just gotta throw it in the incinerator, man.
Brap, you've been hanging out with yourself way too much.
What?
Your blood's not gonna kill anyone.
No, that's what they said. They said if we donated to anybody, it would actually kill them.
Jesus.
That's what the doctors said to me. Not the nurses. The doctor said if I donated my blood, it would kill someone.
Jesus.
So I cannot donate blood. I could just.
You're radioactive.
They just.
Radioactive Brap.
Well, it's just iron because like, my body absorbs so much freaking iron. You know, like any bit of iron that I get from meat, like my body just holds on to it instead of, you know, it like stores in my liver in case I actually do need it, like if I bleed. Yeah, it's my it's a genetic condition, hemochromatosis. It makes it so that my body's like 4 times as effective in absorbing any sort of iron from any resource, like from meat, from vegetables. So it's like I gotta avoid red meats, I gotta avoid vegetables, I gotta just basically like I've just been sticking to a diet of like basically like corn and turkey and potatoes. And
Okay,
tomatoes.
so I got my Sammy.
Word.
Got a salami sandwich. People might be starving to death in other countries, but I got my sandwich.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's good.
Sandwiches are great, yeah.
Dude, I got my homemade sourdough bread. Shit's good.
That's cool. I'd like to do that. Make my own bread.
Right?
I remember reading this article like a long time ago, like if you make your own bread, like it actually like sourdough bread and stuff, it like you know, like people that do it as a living, like professional, like that have as like a
Bakers.
full-time job for full-time bakers and stuff, like they actually tested their hands and they actually found like even after they wash their hands thoroughly and everything, there's still like there's chemical reactions on their hands that are different than anything that's in the bread and anything that's in the that's on a normal person's skin. You know, like there's like
is that dangerous
reaction, but no, it's like kind of like a symbiotic relationship between the yeast and the person handling the yeast.
That sounds all right. I mean,
yeah, let me see if I could actually find it. I remember it from somewhere. I think
as long as your hands are like brown or something. Or like some odd color. My dad has that. He's a jeweler. He's got like these black
and moldy.
The fingertips are all black.
Oh shit! Like from handling carbon, or
I don't know what it's from. He did a lot of soldering and stuff like that. And
yeah, there was this article I remember reading like 2 years ago. It's like if you bake a lot of sourdough bread, your hands might look like your loaves. Bacterially speaking, that is, the microbes found on bakers' hands mirror the microbes within their starters.
Wow, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't touch my bread very much because I just have the electric bread mixer.
Yeah, but I mean, like the bakers that actually knead the dough, their hands actually kind of become, in a way, a lot like the bread that they make.
All bakers knead the dough, man. They don't do it for free.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, you know, if you think about it. It's like there's something kind of humanistic about that, about, you know, like somebody that puts their whole body, you know, like blood, sweat, you know, like sweat, tears, everything, all that into baking the best bread that they could ever make.
Yeah, man.
And it actually becomes a part of them.
That's why handmade bread is so fucking good. It's got real people energy in it. It's got life energy.
Yes. I think that's why, like, one of the universal things for what do you call it? For friendship or giving gratitude and stuff is giving bread. You know, like there's this phrase in, like, I think
breaking bread.
Russian. Yeah, breaking bread, and like in Islamic countries, and I think Russia, there's like share bread and salt with someone.
Oh no shit.
And also in Latin, the word companion it means
from bread, of course.
Cum pane. with bread.
Oh, huh? No shit.
Kumpane with bread. So
I
it's
guess,
like a companion is somebody that you would willingly give bread to because you would rather enjoy them alive than dead and starving.
oh, well, that's a nice way to look at it. So I guess bread really is like the food of friendship.
I mean, like, yeah, if you look at people with their MREs and stuff, they give away their bread and stuff to little kids and stuff, and it, like, it's a good morale boost if you get some bread.
Well, I fucking like bread. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it's a good morale boost for anything, man.
It's a staple. It tastes good.
It
tastes better than rice.
It's basically like what started civilization in my eyes. Bread. Just the ability to make bread, and then, the derivatives of bread, such as beer and all that, just came out of, bread.
Yeast?
Yeah, yeast.
Yeah.
Yeast was the catalyst that helped, start everything that made
Yeast.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is made of. Shut up.
So bread is really the heart of civilization. All right.
Part of it. A Western civilization. Anyway, you could argue rice for the same,
You could make like breads out of rice, man.
But well, you know what I mean, like wheat versus rice.
I'm trying to think. Like, I think yeast is not really a traditional thing in like Korean or Japanese cuisine. Maybe. Well, no. I mean, they ferment.
No, I said wheat. Wheat versus rice.
Wheat
has always been popular. Wheat has always been popular in Asia.
Yeah, like chow mein and stuff is made of wheat. How do you think we got spaghetti?
Noodles, yeah.
Spaghetti.
Noodles and like I mean, there's so like as for leavened things, as for the bread we know, it really only developed in China, I guess. But if we think of like what like street foods and shit all across Asia, every country has their own like spring roll or their own pancake or thing like that. Like the Japanese,
I mean, even in like Mesoamerican stuff, like the tortilla, there's always some sort of grain product that's made flat or leavened.
Like actually, I don't know what the Japanese have. Koreans, we have jeon, which is like it's like a fritter, usually filled with green onion or seafood. It's really good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the Chinese have the bing, which are like 50 million different kinds of unleavened bread.
Yeah, and then there's like specialty like European style things like crepes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that stuff. Yeah.
Well, cakes.
Yeah, cakes, any sort of like cake, bread, cookies even. Stuff like that is kind of what makes food that you can share with people and they like it.
Yeah, well, when it comes to fermentation, the main thing for East Asians is just like tofu and soy sauce mostly.
Fermentation? Wouldn't that also be like kimchi or no?
Yeah. Well, yeah, in Korea everything is fermented.
Yeah, it's probably like derivative from like their Mongol heritage and stuff, like just fermenting everything so you could like come back to it later for your whenever you need it.
Well, a lot of it has to do with the many wars. So basically, you get your vegetables, you harvest them in the fall, then you pickle them and you put the pickles in the ground, and then they ferment throughout the winter and you have food until the next harvest.
Nice.
So it's like there's squirrels.
Yeah.
Koreans are the human equivalent of squirrels. Interesting.
We make kimchi at work. A little red paste.
Yeah.
We put it in Brussels sprouts, which is kind of interesting.
You can turn pretty much any vegetable into a kimchi. Like we think of kimchi as being cabbage, but
I would think it seems very similar, to it's pestoed, and there's all different kinds of pesto.
Yeah, kind of like that. They have chive, beef steak, what do you call it, perilla leaf. Yeah, Yeah, green onion, radish. There's just 5 million different kinds of kimchi, but of course the most popular one is the cabbage one.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, it's good shit. It's delicious. But I still like bread more.
Yeah, bread's good.
I'm a bread dude, for sure. Shit, now I want another sandwich. That was not enough sandwich for me.
Go make you one.
Get some more civilization in you, man. Get your bread.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Save. I can't fucking do it. Auto save.
Are you still playing your Weeb game, Moans?
No, I'm playing Black Mesa.
Oh.
Mesa of Color.
Yeah.
Is that why you left us? You went off to play your fucking Half-Lives? Come on, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
got half a life, you know. I gotta find the other half of the life.
He has to face full life consequences.
Hey, you called me and made sure I came back.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Oh man. Yeah, that's true.
You missed our discussion on locusts, dude.
Hey, well, were you just talking about them as part of God's plan? Because the Chinese fucking replace this shit as the
No, we were just talking
Bible.
about how
They edited the Bible.
Wait, really? What'd they say?
Yeah, like
The Chinese said they were gonna edit the Bible, and then
God edited them.
the coronavirus happened.
So what happened to Africa? Why is Africa being filled with locusts right now?
Dude, you'd have to ask them.
Yeah, the fucking Africans know. Hey guys, why do you have so many fucking locusts? Shit, man. Maybe it was Jim's locust farm down there. I think some of them got out.
Yeah, it had to be that guy,
Yeah.
because it wasn't me. Oh my god.
So, also, meanwhile in news that you guys missed because all the networks are just talking about the same thing. Over in Russia, the parliament just passed.
I found an article or whatever that like some sort of infographic that shows some of that like he decided to move religion and made himself God.
Oh, great. How China's Xi Jinping destroyed religion and made himself God. So now he's becoming an RPG boss.
Yeah, and Chinese churches made to replace the Ten Commandments with quotes from him, and China to rewrite the Bible and Quran to reflect socialist values.
Yeah, see, that's
Which
what
is funny
I was
because
talking about.
because China
What
doesn't
was the
have
date on
socialist
that?
values. That was in December.
Yeah, before any of this shit hit.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That was right before the virus
And
started.
China's Hong Kong affairs director used to rip crosses from churches. You know, he's being an iconoclast, and he's paying for it dearly.
Thanks, China. Thanks,
How
Xi.
do you just rewrite the Bible?
Yeah, he just
Is it like their Bible, like their own religion?
They're like,
Well, I
hey,
mean-
they destroyed,
doesn't
they
work.
bug burned all the other Bibles so that the only Bible you can read is their edited Bible.
Well, it's China, so like whatever book gets published, it has to go through the Chinese censors, right? So the Chinese censors look at all the Bibles and they're like, yeah, this one doesn't have Papa Xi, so yeah, this one's going in the trash.
Down the memory hole.
Yeah. And then they just like,
down the
some
memory hole it goes.
some government officials show up at the church and it's just like, are you using the outdated edition or are you using the new edition? Oh, you're using the outdated edition. Let me help you. And then they just gather up all the Bibles and replace them with the new ones.
Dude, that's so crazy.
Well, they have a lot of power.
They're
God,
just
that power
constantly
can
just
do that.
rewriting history.
Yeah, so it's kind of like he did all that, and then he got a plague of locusts, and then he got
Yeah.
a friggin' like pandemic, and it's just like, holy shit, man! I think you pissed off a god. I don't know which god you pissed off, but somebody is pissed, and they're
All of
putting
them.
all of their hate on you.
There's like a long list of gods, and it's just like they're making a line, and like the first one's like, okay, I'm gonna do a virus, and then he's like,
It's
all
a
right,
combine.
I'm gonna take a
Combine.
break, and then the second god steps up and is like, okay, I'm up locusts, and then number 3 is probably gonna be like Probably the god who just like fucks, like the god of technology, and he's just gonna fuck up their internet.
Solar storms.
Maybe the fourth god will be like the god of pots and pans, and he's just gonna make a mess out of everyone's kitchen.
The heron
Nah,
god.
just throw it up there.
Heron god, yeah.
Hey.
So right. Anyway, speaking of
Yeah.
speaking of countries flying in the face of God, so over in Russia, they extended Putin's reign to 2036.
Wow.
So, like, if I get elected in 2028, I'm still gonna have to deal with Putin. Shit.
Yeah, but it's okay because you just like you don't have to do any diplomatic shit. You can just like you can establish a new like cabinet of handling shit. It'll be called the CHS, and your job will be to make sure everyone gets their Weedum dividend.
Cash.
Yeah.
Shit, so cash.
Yeah.
Cabinet of shit handling. Cash.
The cabinet of all shit handling. So yeah. So you'll just have the cash handling thing. So the only thing you're gonna do is make sure everyone gets their weed, and then the cash will handle literally everything else.
I can do that. Yes, I can do that.
Right? We're counting on you, man. You are the future of our country.
It's crazy. It's all crazy.
You know, it is actually pretty crazy that can actually happen because, you know, who knows what the future will hold.
Anything can happen, man. Like, once Joe Biden passes away, God knows what future's in store for us. Who knows what's going to happen when the jugularity ends.
It'll be the bripularity.
Right, do you have that power? Have you been like talking to the spirits to assure that you can create a new reality when this reality ends, or what? How are you preparing for...
The most I can do is make lucid dreaming.
Does that give you special powers over reality, or?
No,
Just in my dreams, it's kind of like I'm playing Gmod, and I could just summon stuff and like people, places, things, and they act with a script that is from my memories.
You're
It's
gonna be
very
like
mentally taxing, though.
predictive futures though through that too.
Mm-hmm.
You can model out stuff. Like, what if that happened? What if Joe
I did
Biden-
predict some futures and stuff, like before all this coronavirus stuff started coming out. I actually bought a bottle of hand sanitizer. I didn't even know why, but I just thought, hey, this might come in handy. And then a week later, it was like everybody's buying all the hand sanitizer.
Wow, yeah, you're ready for it, man.
What the?
Almost
Yeah,
too ready.
Yeah.
So that's it. So that's another theory, is that all this shit happened because Brip's spiritual powers plummeted us into another shitty year.
Well, I did turn 30, and I am a wizard. So maybe
Good job,
if my
Brap.
wizard powers
Thanks,
Yeah,
Brap.
way to go, dude.
manifesting itself.
Fucking wizard
job.
power.
Fucking
Good
wizards.
job, wizard boy.
It's just some Dorohedoro shit. Have you seen that? Have any of you seen Dorohedoro?
No.
No.
No. I
Oh,
don't
it's
think so.
fucking wild. It's like, it's kind of an old-fashioned anime. It reminds me of the of like MTV cartoons and shit in the late 80s and early 90s, like the Aeon Flux era of shit. It's like
Cool.
so the Earth is a crapsack world called like the Hole, and it's connected to a wizard world. And the wizards can just open doors into the Hole, and they can go into the world where they just practice their magic powers on everyone. So it's just like, so my power is to give people cancer. Let me
kind of like
practice.
the warp in Warhammer, or no?
I don't know. I haven't read Warhammer, but it's like the wizards. They're not waging war on humans. They just go there to practice. They're like, I want to
They're just there
practice
to
my
fuck
magic
around.
powers. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna fuck around with people. So they turn this dude. Like, this dude wakes up. He has no memory, and his head is just like, it's a giant fucking T-Rex head. And his T-Rex head makes him immune to magic powers. So he and his friend, they just go around.
Pyramid face.
Yeah, kind of like Pyramid Head, but it's like a fucking T-Rex.
No, Tyrannid.
Oh, Tyrannid, yeah.
No,
I was talking about Warhammer shit.
Thinking more
Oh,
like like wizards are master of like a certain domain, like of the magical realm, and well, dinosaurs are a different domain, and so it's like they're counterintuitive of each other, kind of like how Arcanum's magic system worked, where magic and technology were at ends with each other.
I think it's a priority thing. So other magic doesn't work on him because he's already under a magic spell. So he chases down.
It's more like Arcanum.
I don't know, man. You can just watch the show, but he just like he chases down wizards, and then he bites their heads. And when their heads are inside of his mouth, there's like another person inside of his mouth who comes out and tells him like, "You're not the one." And he's like, "Okay, so you're not like what did the guy inside say?" And they're like, he said you're not the one. It's like, okay, so you're not the wizard who turned me into a dinosaur. I'm just gonna kill you now, peace. It's really fucking wacky. And the wizard world is controlled by a mafia and shit.
Oh man, wizard mafia. Can you imagine like
What a combination.
Wands, like machine gun wands, Tommy gun wands.
It's fucking
Wand
sick, man.
Wizards of Mafia.
It's really fucking sick. You guys should watch it.
That sounds
I
kind of
mean, I
interesting.
can't imagine it.
And then mage runners or something, like rum runners, but like
It's
running potions.
well, it's not like a Western mafia. It's like the Japanese yakuza, more like.
It's so much more gay.
Whoa, dude. We don't say that here.
Or do we? JK.
All right, so last thing on our docket, Kim Jong-un ran away from Pyongyang.
No way.
Yeah,
Where'd he go?
that's a great question.
Probably into a bunker. It's like where's Waldo, but where's Jim? Where's Kev? Where's Jim? Jim. Where's Jim Kev?
Jim Jong-un, yeah.
Yeah, it's like where's Waldo?
Where's Juntao?
Shintao.
Juntao.
So Jim is he's probably in like the only internet cafe in North Korea, just like snuggled up with his waifu pillows, playing like Apex Legends or something.
He's got his free subscription to Pornhub.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks, P-Mode.
There's no way I can get out of the area in this game. Yeah. Maybe I can shoot rockets.
Yeah, you
Rockets
shoot
are always
rockets.
the answer.
Nope, I died.
Number one gamer.
If you brought rockets to Africa, you could probably get rid of all those locusts. Just saying.
You probably could,
Right.
but you might accidentally get rid of a few Africans.
I don't know how
Lateral
to
damage.
crawl back down a ladder. I didn't. Is it spade? I'll just jump off.
Use
the
the
ladder.
portal gun.
I'm gonna fucking
Right.
fly to the next motherfucker who tells me to use a portal gun. Oh my god.
Oh my god, who is this guy?
Use a chaff grenade.
Alright, I think I got out of the game.
Yo, Mons, I thought you wanted to talk crypto.
No, because I remember when that shit was $35 a Bitcoin, and I was like,
No, I mean the Silk Road conspiracy.
Oh, right, the guy he's still locked up.
Yeah, tell us what
And-
happened.
The judge, well, I mean, this is all like tinfoil hat, Sam Tripoli.
That's fine.
episode.
Well, you can start
I
with
mean,
the
2 or 3, but basically his mom is still trying to get people to sign a petition.
This is the guy who got arrested for starting up Silk Road, by the way.
For starting the Silk Road, exactly. They tried to get him on conspiracy to commit murder, conspiracy to distribute illicit drugs, when all he wanted to do. No, that was the thing. They had specific rules on there, and he had a bunch of like paid moderators that if there was any content that someone was trying to sell that hurt someone else, be it child, whatever, or
Child trafficking, yeah.
body parts, or hey, I can eliminate somebody for you. It was a Sam Tripoli interviewed his mother. and according to his mother, I mean, the guy's locked up for a double life sentence, right? He will not get out of jail before he dies of old age.
And he's in there on conspiracy charges.
His only crime was creating a market that enabled people all over the world to exchange currency without any sort of government interaction.
I think you could make the argument that he conspired to like circumvent market regulations. And
what kind of crime is that?
It's a white collar crime.
Who is he? Wrong.
That's a white collar crime. Usually, you get like 5 years for that.
But who is he hurting? Like even by doing that, like
the government.
The trumped up charges.
He's hurting the government. Yeah.
He was facing.
Maybe he should have been more like the historical Silk Road and used the Mongols in order to exchange goods and services.
Well, basically, he set it up.
A whole bunch of Mongols.
And you're closer to reality than you think, Bropy. Like this, a lot of this was outsourced, and so they tried to pin the alias, the Dread Pirate Roberts, on this individual. I can't remember his name once again. But the guy who created the Silk Road, they tried to pin the pin name, or not the pin name, the alias on him. And
Russ Ulbricht.
Russ Ulbricht, yes. When he got picked up,
Russ Ulbricht sounds like a very German name.
Dude, there was a I can't remember if he was FBI. It was some agency walked up next to him at a library and was like, "Hey, you gonna log in?" He was like, "Yeah." And here's my login, because they kind of knew who he was. They kind of had some idea of who he was, but they made him like this guy. This guy was like, "Hey, you gonna log into the Silk Road for me?"
Well, the way I heard it was that he was logged into the Silk Road. He was like sending commands to people and stuff. Like he was doing his business in a library, and some federal agents they had a couple like argue in the library so that he'd be distracted. And while he was looking at the couple, the agents ran in and put like a force key into the laptop and then grabbed it. So the force key
to get the commands that he put into the laptop.
The force key. So a lot of laptops, I mean, just computers in general, like they shut down a lot. Like if you close the lid, then it's gonna lock it and everything, and then you're gonna have a hell of a time getting in. So like the force key, it's like a USB thing. You plug it into the USB, and it keeps the computer logged in no matter what. And now there's ways to defeat those, but at the time it wasn't really like he hadn't prepared for that. So they just they grabbed his laptop, they shoved in a force key, and then they just took the laptop and they had all the evidence.
Yeah, so his
so the force key is like
the force
unlocking your like I remember when I was modding my Xbox and stuff, my classic Xbox, and I had to like unlock the hard drive. It's like that, right?
No, it's like the computer was already logged in. It was open, but if they just like bumped a button or if they shut the lid or something like that, then it would lock. It would go to a lock screen. That's what happens when you close or turn off a laptop. So the force key, like it's just a USB key that forces the whole thing to stay open. So it's like it just deactivates the lock screen basically.
Well, I guess both of these stories could be parts of the same story, because I heard from his mother that this federal agent had approached him and like enticed him or encouraged him to log in to the Silk Road as one of these administrative characters.
I'm sure his boomer mother understands exactly how all this technology works.
Well, I mean, and all she has to go on is the few times she's been able to talk to her son, who is unjustly locked up because he was the one who had all these Bitcoin addresses. Like,
I mean, he
created the Silk Road.
Right. I mean, he should have been arrested. He should have been tried for something. But like, what he did is maybe like 2 to 5 years, like 2 years in prison and then 3 years probation. It's not, it's like tax evasion basically. It's your basic like SEC fraud. And if you think about all of the billionaires that have been arrested for SEC fraud, how many of them are facing double life sentences?
I would have given the Mitnick treatment and said, "Hey, your sentence is to go around and talk to all these tech companies and tell them how to avoid or how to implement whatever the hell you were doing."
Yeah, well, I don't think they needed that, because basically he didn't do anything special. All he did was develop an anonymous forum that was on Tor. And I mean, that's something that, that's something that any low level coder could do. He didn't do anything particularly like futuristic. He just used the resources that were available to him and created like a very useful resource. I don't think it didn't really require like specialized knowledge among coders.
There would still have to be some avenue that he could, teach.
He could give a little bit of information on anonymity, but like they had already cracked his anonymity and anonymity, whatever. They'd already cracked that much. Yeah, they'd already cracked his anonymity because they knew who he was. And so clearly,
his mom said that they hadn't cracked that, and by the time that they said her son was operating as the Dread Pirate Roberts, that he had already sold the site, and that someone else was operating as the Dread Pirate Roberts, and also that there was no way for them to be able to say that.
Yeah, we only have secondhand information to confirm what happened, right. So this could easily be a part of like a big government conspiracy, for sure.
Well, and that's the thing. It's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin, the largest Bitcoin wallet on the planet, next to Satoshi, who may not even exist.
Right. That's another conspiracy. Yeah, no, and that's the thing. By design, like the whole Bitcoin network is just full of secrets. It was designed to be difficult to trace, which is ironic because it's now quite easy to trace.
The government has its fucking fingers and toes all off in it. That's what the Silk Road was all about. That's why they came after the Silk Road, because it had so much. It
was designed to be like out of the control of regulators, but by design, it was really easy to figure out like how to control people using Bitcoins, because if people use Bitcoins as a market, then it's probably going to be okay. But even then, some things could happen. But by having the Bitcoin trade network be completely visible, then it's so much easier to just trace where things are going. And as soon as people cash out, I think I was saying this before. So I'll just break it down for you how the government can get someone's ID based on a controlled transfer. So the government poses as a buyer, and they buy something using Bitcoins. So something goes from the government's wallet to another wallet address. So they can see their wallet address, they can see the recipient wallet address. Okay. So now they know the address of the recipient wallet. So now they need to follow that wallet. So they follow that wallet and they see that wallet going to a wallet address on like Coinbase or something. So now they know that that wallet has just sent some money to Coinbase. So how much money is moving over? Well, let's say they withdraw that exact amount of money, they withdraw it into US dollars into a US bank account. Well, now they know that US bank account is connected to that wallet.
Yep.
And then now they have the bank details of whoever just got that money. So bam, cracked. Like, that's it. You know, your special internet firewall is now completely gone. And that could easily be solved by not using Bitcoin, because there are systems like Monero that have a private ledger, and if the ledger is private, then you don't know where that money just went.
Huh. So, I'm probably not ever gonna get into Bitcoin, cryptocurrency.
It's a fucking mess.
I mean, for me, the boat sailed 12 years ago, when I remember Bitcoin being $35 a pop. $35.
Well, good news, because now it's down to like fucking 5,000 or something.
Okay, well.
Oh no, it's down to 4,600. No, it's back up to 5,000.
$35. And then I remember when it was $185. And even then, I was like, this shit is never gonna pop off. There's no way people are gonna bypass fiat currency and the fucking, the stock back dollar. And it popped off. It went from $35 to over $1,000. And it made me want to cry.
2008, I had a choice of either getting my first computer for streaming or getting into the Bitcoin stuff. Back when it was like, $35 each, and I decided I wanted my computer instead. I fucked up with that.
Dude, it still makes me want to cry. I was like, dude, $35. I could have put 1 week of my fucking what I was making during that time into Bitcoin, and made my money back like 10,000-fold.
Yeah, I mean, my grandpa could have put 5 cents into McDonald's and then become a millionaire.
Exactly.
It's just like, you can't see this shit coming. All you have to do is just speculate, and that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, I got my money in HDII. I got my money in like ViStar, like these just fucking nothing penny stocks, to see if they ever go to like $1 a stock, and if they ever do go to $1 a share, then I just get fucking tens of thousands of dollars from it. So. You can just go to like Wall Street Bets and see people that are trying to bet on like what's gonna pop off. It's fucking sickening though. Like, it really will turn you insane trying to make your numbers go up. So it's good to just not think about that shit. It's always in the news because like talking about big money is sexy, but like in reality, it's just, you either have to be specifically qualified to predict this shit, or you have to be extremely lucky. So it's just like, you're just as likely to be born a fucking trust fund millionaire as you are to figure out like which stock is going to take you to the fucking moon. So it's just not worth thinking about at all. Just,
what if you have wizardry or like, or not?
I don't know. Just take like $1,000 and diversify it. Just buy like 100 shares of all of the dumbest bullshit you can possibly see in penny stocks, and then if any of them pop off, then you get a nice return. That's my investment advice to you guys if you want to do a gamble. If you don't want to do a gamble, that's fucking smart. Just live your goddamn life.
Yeah, the most money I have like in spending money a month with my tugboat is like 300. That's it.
Fresh. Definitely don't listen to this guy if you're trying to invest money.
Yeah, I've been talking to my dad about it. My dad's made quite a bit of money off of it.
Your dad knows some dudes who probably did his 401k, so you can get in on that on a long-term investment. You do not want volatile investments. Like fucking this dude's going in here.
Well, congratulations. Now everything is volatile investment. Welcome to 2020.
Oh yeah, for a year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, once this all clears, then everything will go back to normal eventually, but yeah.
Imagine.
I mean,
I see red. Everywhere, all the stocks, I see red, and it hurts my head.
Hey, what's next on the fucking docket?
That's it. We got to the end of the docket, bro.
All right.
Unless you see something on the docket you want to bring up again.
Or anything you particularly want to talk about. Let me just go through a few bites of news that we missed, that everyone has missed, because they've been focusing on the same fucking news story all month long. So I talked about the locust swarm.
Man. I'm just reading what Rari's posted. It's like Rari's posted some some guy's tweet. I have been informed by a relative who is a middle school teacher that students are now referring to coronavirus as the boomer remover. Wow.
Holy shit.
That's just some kid who came up with.
That's edgy. Yeah, edgy
That's
joke.
a good joke.
I don't know. I mean, this might be the very thing that destroys Joe Biden's campaign. If all the old people stay home, because like it's not going to stop the millennials and Zoomers because they know how to use the internet to vote. But like old people, they're going to get fucking knocked out.
For my voting, I get my votes by mail. So
I voted online.
Well, I can't vote online. I vote by mail. I like when the postman comes, like I just hand him my ballot and he just takes it off.
I just
And
hypnotize
send it
people
down.
into voting for me for however I want to vote.
Maybe like when all the boomers get wiped out by this virus, like 2028 will be just the perfect fucking voting ground for you, Brip, when you're pushing your Weedem dividend.
If there aren't that many people around, then it'll actually be feasible to give every single household some weed because, well, half the population will be dead. It'll be easier to get weed.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
true.
a little bit, give everybody a chance.
Mhm.
But also, you could be like, hey, 2028, last president. Everybody would be like, what is he talking about? You'd be like, yeah, last president. I'm gonna be the last president.
No, I'm
I'm the
not
fucking
commander-in-chief.
future
I'm
predicting
the
shit.
high chief.
Who you gonna vote for after this? Like 15 other people, because this is way too important of a job for just one asshole to do. And everybody be like, man, he's so right, dude. Let's give him a better wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, like once you've established the cash, like everyone's gonna realize like how much better it is to have a department doing the president's job.
Like, come on. They already got the cabinet. Why not make the cabinet into a full fridge?
Wait,
And
wait, how
just-
big are your
Why not stock the
cabinets?
fridge too? Why not stock the fridge too?
Yeah.
Make it into like a bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
turn
you
your
got
cabinet
the-
into a bar. There
Turn
we
the
go.
cabinet into a full-on stocked bar.
Dude, that'll be your 2032 campaign, man.
Whiskey, gin, or no, you got Wisconsin, Georgia, Tennessee. We got the whole bar stacked.
Right?
We're
gonna have
ready.
that fucking nasty. What is that, Campari? We're even gonna have that nasty Campari shit in there. Who the fuck actually likes Campari?
We're
by
gonna
the
have
way?
all the
What the
southern.
fuck are you
places, like
talking
the
about?
southern
Campari.
You don't know Campari? It's
The
like a
fuck does that mean?
Campari is like. Do you
I'm
know what
talking about the U.S. of A. right here?
I'm talking about fucking drinks. Fuck man. Have you ever had a Negroni? Do you know what a Negroni is?
Whoa, we can't say that down here in
Shut the fuck up.
we can't say that down here in the South.
It's like one
I
of
don't know.
the.
I don't know what you're talking about, mister.
It's like one of the.
you need it.
I don't know what
wrong.
you're talking about. I don't know.
It's like
anything
one of
about
the.
drinks.
It's like one of the
That's
three
why
kings.
I need a cabinet of.
Okay, the three fucking kings. All right. So you got the old fashioned, right? You know what an old fashioned is, or
yeah.
okay.
Fashion. All right.
Okay, the old fashioned, the
You got some
Manhattan,
racist drink you're about to tell me about.
the old fashioned, the Manhattan, and then the Negroni.
Whoa!
Those are the
Whoa.
three. Shut the fuck up.
Oh God.
All right, sorry. The knee
Got a
of
sharp
color.
pain in my stomach.
So the old fashioned, the Manhattan, and the Gree of color.
Right.
Yeah, those are the three big ones. Anyway, the Gree of color. It's made with gin and Campari.
I got one question. Is that liquor you just said? Is it a dark liquor?
Campari? No, it's Italian.
Okay, dark enough. All right.
Whoa, all right.
Jersey Shore up in here.
Jesus Christ.
No, man. It's just that the name of that drink, man. It's just I couldn't.
It's just what it's called.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have them change the name
God
of
It's
it.
bless
from
it.
a simpler time, back when people actually
Yeah, things were
cared
different
about
then.
the drinks.
That's what
The drink from
people
another
say.
time.
Mm.
It's
I think before the jugularity, before Clown World, yeah, times were different back then. Times are different.
That's what they just say that. Oh yeah, we didn't say that.
okay. So let's quickly run through a few news stories that you guys missed. So we talked about the locust swarms, and we talked about Putin becoming president for life. A second person was cured of HIV in Britain. A new dinosaur.
Oh yeah, Dia. Nice, Dia.
Yeah, they finally cured his HIV. A dinosaur the size of a hummingbird was found yesterday. A cow in Florida has evaded police for 2 months.
Florida cow. That sounds like a video game idea. Florida cow.
Are we sure that Gibbs hasn't been to a some sort of DNA place to where he turns himself into a cow? Are we sure this cow? Are we sure this cow is not Gibbs?
I think it might be.
It sounds like Kips.
It might be Kips's pet cow.
Well, it just
Let
sounds.
me check
It sounds
the
a
last
lot.
time Kips was online because it's
Jeez.
been a while.
Yeah, the cows
He
are really
also said
coming
he
home
was-
to roost in Florida.
He was off into this weird Florida stuff, so himself into a cow,
Okay.
and that
Last found online 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit.
He's been MIA
Yeah.
for 2
He's
weeks.
been chasing the cow. He just discovered his cow was missing 2 weeks ago.
no, he got turned into a cow 2 weeks ago. His phone is in the middle of a field, and he's dancing around in Florida, just kicking other cows in the face.
It's like Pickle Rick,
Farting.
but with a cow and Kips. So it's
No. He's trying to figure out cheat codes in the field. He's like, "Yeah, you guys don't need cheat codes." And they're like, "No, man, this is real life. Cheat codes. This isn't a fucking video game." He's like, "I'm gonna figure out a cheat code. That's how I got here."
actually he did do some cheat codes before because he used to
Dude, he got into a cow. That's how he's a cow right now.
This is some Pickle Rick shit, right?
No,
Yes.
basically, because he is the cheatingest motherfucker in all the video games. So I'm legitimately afraid.
Wasn't that
Yeah, he
that was a
cheats even more
Warcraft
than
cheat
me.
code, right?
he cheats even more than me. The secret cow.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, to getting turned into a cow.
Yeah,
But
wasn't that a
every
Warcraft
video
cheat
game-
code or Diablo?
No,
Both?
yeah, and both of them before Activision bought them. Activision said no more cow jokes, and Blizzard was like, "Dang,
Oh fuck
But-
Activision.
Because it might
yeah,
affect
fuck all them."
it,
Yeah,
it
it's
might
gonna- it's
insult
gonna-
the fans.
Yeah, it might, get the fury of Ganesh raining down on you. But
Right, so, okay. Hundreds of ravenous wild monkeys terrorize Thai city in search of food after the tourists leave.
yeah, the tourists not feed them.
I don't know, but hold on. Let me post a picture real quick. There's it's just like the locust situation. It's just fucking monkeys running around the city.
Oh
Holy
yeah,
shit.
man.
You know, there's like
they're
monkeys.
just simple humans.
There's like monkeys,
You know?
viruses.
Those monkeys are
locusts.
like they're searching for food
It's
for their
like-
families, so they're just gonna like break into stores and start stealing TVs and shit to provide food for their families.
for the kids.
All right. Okay. So I don't wanna go down
Anyways, what I was trying to say is like there's plagues of things going around right now, and isn't it like the year of the rat for Chinese right now?
Oh dang! I
It
think
might
you're
be.
right.
Year of the
I'm
rat.
pretty sure you're right.
Right. Okay. Congress is attempting to pass a law that will end end-to-end encryption on communication platforms. So a
Yeah,
Democrat.
let me just kill PGP encryption
Yeah.
because I'm afraid of what fucking journalists will be able to do. That is the most. Are you serious with this shit? That's an actual news story,
Yeah. It's called the Earn It Act. I'm gonna post
dude.
that.
That
in the
makes me
channel.
sick to my fucking stomach. Like I'm stopping what I'm doing.
Well, don't
right
worry,
now.
because the virus is going to wipe out all the boomer congressmen, and the only people that'll be left will be the ones who are young enough to vote against it.
Okay, well, also, I'm thinking right now, there's no way they can stop PGP encryption. There's literally no way a government, like a lone government, could say, "Hey, we're gonna stop end-to-end PGP encryption," and that's basically what I think you were talking about.
Yeah, they're trying to just they're getting rid of end-to-end encryption.
Yeah, that can't happen. I don't think that can happen. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Like,
well, Congress people are pretty fucking stupid. So who knows? I mean, all they have to do is tack a few pork barrel amendments to it, and then it'll pass.
And then they get fucking a bunch of bean counters to say, "Hey, we're working on
pork and beans." Yeah, pork and beans.
Pork and beans.
Well, pork barreling is a real thing, like giving money to certain districts, but bean counting, like that's kind of the, god damn it.
Yeah, that's like a counting.
Robert, that scares me.
It should. It fucking should.
PGP keys are basically the only thing that are keeping
bank account safe, right?
No, anonymous sources.
Yeah, well, that too.
For journalists, they like, if someone wants to say, "Hey, I want to send you some government documents. These guys are killing fucking people with drone strikes, and they don't want anybody to know about it, but I know about it." And
you still have Tor.
Yeah,
Tor is compromised.
Yeah, Tor is compromised as fuck.
Right.
Like, there's so many Tor entrance and exit nodes
that are honeypots.
Yeah, basically in North American libraries.
Right. You want some more good news?
No, I'm just saying, like PGP needs to be a thing because.
Oh yeah. I mean, you don't have to tell me. Like, I think all of us, like everyone here, everyone listening, is gonna know. Like, yeah, of course, we need encryption. Encryption is important, but like, it's just if you're under 45, then you understand. That's not something you want to fuck around with. But unfortunately, senators are just too fucking old to understand what's going on in the world anymore.
Well, that's the whole point of the word senator, because that comes from Latin, senator, because
it's
word
Latin for old fucker?
Yes, senator means old fucker, because the word for old man is senex. S-E-N-E-X. Senator is a person of, like a senator is somebody that is a part of the old group. And so how do you is a group of old men. Yes.
So wow, so I guess like in an ancient Roman proverb is like, okay, senator.
Kind of.
Or omne correctum senator or something like that.
What is the affirmative?
Affirmative. Let's see.
In ancient Rome.
Let's see.
Meanwhile, Epstein's bank just shuffled away another $50 million.
Okay, would just be good. Like Bene
Boomer.
Bene Senex.
Also, you're really late on talking about Epstein's fucking bank account.
Oh yeah, I missed that one. But just this week, like, it moved another $50 million.
Somehow he's dead, but
that should tell you that alone should tell you, because there's like I think 2 weeks ago a bunch of money moved out of this bank account, and this judge was like, "I need to know who moved this money." And they're like, yeah, we'll tell you, and then the money kept moving. Fucking stop recording me, dude. Fucking stop pressing buttons, like, motherfucker. Hey, shit. Fresh, you're still on this? I heard that. I heard your fucking ass. I fucking heard your ass giggling.
It's
motherfucker. Funny. It is funny. But, yeah, this motherfucker, dude, people were talking about him fucking 4 years ago, and now people say he's dead. This motherfucker ain't dead. He's still fucking kids. Like, you can put that on blast. Like, I ain't gonna kill myself ever. I thought about it way back in the day, but I ain't ever gonna do that. Still alive,
still fucking kids, still fucking, fucking around. But that's some shit that we can talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
I just looked up how to say "okay, old man" in Latin. It's benesene.
No, yeah, Benesene.
Yeah.
Man, but
Like
seriously,
John Benesene.
Benesene.
dude, we should talk about that shit. Because I shouldn't say every single one of us, because I know Fresh ain't look up a lot of this shit.
Nope.
But we've all seen this for years on this weird kind of like internet. Like, oh yeah, it's like fucking kids. These fucking kids. Shit. Roarwood's probably gonna have to throw this whole fucking episode away. Or
No.
maybe not.
No, fucking preach it.
Because he's like, dude, I'm away in and I'm all the way up in here in Canada. But dude, seriously, all this shit, like we can talk all the bullshit we want, but there are people who fuck shit up every day and don't have any regard for anyone like you or me or whoever the fuck is listening to this.
Huh.
I mean, there's probably some billionaire listening to this cast. Like,
right now,
There's not going to be a billionaire listening to
I'm
this
just
cast,
reading-
but
That's what you
that's what
think.
I'm talking about.
right now,
No, absolutely not. There's not going
like
to be
in
a billionaire.
Iran, they're making burial pits so big they're visible from space.
Okay, and that's also another topic that should be brought up on the cast.
talking about
You wanna-
Iran.
We want to link that.
Yeah, Iran.
Where's that mass grave at?
You wanna talk about it now, or do you want to talk about it next time? Because we've already hit the 2-hour mark.
Well, we could just talk about it real quick. I just
All
saw
right,
like
yeah,
a
let's go for it.
post.
I was trying to avoid talking about COVID today, but if you guys want, I'm not going to stop you.
Did you
What?
been recording this whole time? Hey,
Yeah.
can we?
Yeah, of course.
Can we?
Yeah, it's
Can
the
we-
Copcast, bro.
It's the
Hey, can we
Comcast.
start this? Can we start this whole thing over again?
What? No. We can-
Really? Holy shit. Yeah, you guys still up for another hour?
I mean, this has been
Yeah,
really
I
fun.
don't-
I kind of want to take a break.
I
There's
don't.
there's
I don't
so
think
much
you
to
can
talk
go
about.
like 12 hours long, like EFAP or whatever.
I mean, we can
You know.
like hop right in another day. Like, I still got most of my work off, so
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's only 11:30, dude.
yeah, we can keep going.
10:30
I mean,
here.
I can, if we hit 3 hours, then I'll cut this into 2 parts. Actually, if we hit like 2.5 hours, I'll cut this into 2 parts.
Actually, this is 11:30. I'm gonna go up to the beer store and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna punch the guy in the face."
What? Why?
Yeah, why?
What did the beer store guy do?
This is the same beer store guy's been giving you shit.
Yeah,
Same guy.
What does he say?
he's done. He said, "Hey, how are you still alive?"
Oh, fuck him.
And I'm like, "Hey, what do you mean by that?"
How are you still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are you still alive?
Yeah, you work
Who
at a
am I
fucking
still alive?
beer store,
Why am
man.
I
Your life
still
is
alive?
over.
Yeah.
You're
Why?
at a beer shop at
Who
midnight,
am I?
man. What are you
What
doing with
am
your
I?
life?
Fuck off.
Where
I'm still
am I?
alive.
What am I?
I'm running out of vape juice, man. We've been here a bit.
Right?
So you must be burning the
Yeah.
midnight vape.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's 1:30 in the afternoon here, but yeah.
Jesus. So are you still the only guy at the
Oh, I didn't tell you. So the vice principal, she called me down and she's like, yeah, so some good news.
Called you down.
She's like, so good news. Like, I got a call from the office and they said, instead of working 5 days a week, you pick any 2 days a week to come in and work, and then you can stay home the rest of the week.
Dang.
I'm on 5 days off, 2 days in.
Well, they figured out you were the only coronavirus.
Yeah, no, I complained to them. I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why don't you talk to office? And I don't think I'm the only one. I mean, we're a pretty big city, so I think a lot of schools were calling in. Like, we have this random ass white dude who's sitting in his office doing fucking nothing. Like, can we get rid of him? And I guess they just decided.
Oh no, he always just says doing nothing.
Yeah, they're
his job.
Eventually they're just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Just send them home most of the week and have them come in just long enough to where you guys can like catch up on anything going on at school and then send them back home. And so that's what they did. Like, I come in 2 days a week, and one of those days it's just me alone in the office, and the other day like some of the local teachers show up. And yeah, so this week we talked about some lesson plans. And then we talked for like 30 minutes, and then we spent like 6 hours, just three of us sitting in silence. It was kind of eerie.
Sat in a room and sat in silence and
we just
at each other.
No, we have computers, man. We're not living in the past. It's just three people. Like, we don't really know each other because we haven't done anything at all. We barely met each other, so it's just the three of us just like sitting at our computers doing jack shit for 6 hours.
Oh man, I'm just reading like an article from the Babylon Bee that Rari linked. Like they're parroting stuff, and it's like the nation's nerds wake up in a utopia where everyone stays inside, sports are canceled, and social interaction is forbidden. That's great.
A good one.
That's fucking sweet.
Kind of sad.
Well, that's like every day in Japan, to be honest.
Yeah, it really is.
That's probably why Japanese aren't really suffering from a coronavirus outbreak.
They don't give a shit.
Because they're just like...
They're so used to it.
Yeah, you call it self-quarantining. They call it Thursday, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is every day for us, guys.
It's like it's just like the president of a company comes up and he bows deeply and he says, "I'm very sorry to tell you, everyone, you must stay at work this week and try to find a way to keep yourselves occupied." And everyone like solemnly bows, like, "I see." And then they go home and it's just like, "Woo! A week of waifu pillows! Finally, I can finish fucking Delivery Simulator."
Hell yeah, dude. I'm thinking about beating Black Mesa.
And what is that?
Beating Black? What?
Beating that Black Mesa, baby.
It's called Mesa of Color for the 50th fucking time.
Yeah, you're gonna beat up Color.
Beat Black.
Beat that Mesa.
It's a remake.
Mesa of Color.
It's a colored remake. I mean, a remake.
A colored remake. Wow.
I don't think you need any more beer, Matt.
Hey,
you cancel that car ride.
I'm calling my fucking slave name.
Your name is Toby.
Your name is Toby, boy.
All right. So we got a few presidential candidates in here, I guess.
Oh man.
Oh man, if it does boil down to like
it comes
me versus like
us.
Fresh, and we're just arguing, we're just being like.
I wish it was like claymation type.
I come up in the middle of the debate, and I'm like, "Well, I don't know about Fresh, so we gotta talk about Ropey." Who's
okay?
I don't know where I'm going with this.
No, I don't know either, man. Word, right. Oh, and I guess Animal Crossing's about to come out, so a lot of nerds are gonna have a lot of shit to do.
Yeah, he's pro.
I don't know. I might play it after I beat Devil May Cry 3. I think it could be a nice follow up. Kill some demons. Yeah, it's fucking sweet. Just kill some.
That's like my favorite
it's
one.
Crazy, man. Like 16 years later, it's still really fun.
I think I might be kind of like a normie and started playing VR again, maybe.
Oh yeah, I got some VR games to catch up on.
Like VR chat, yeah.
Now that I'm actually home,
like
now that I'm actually at home, I can actually turn on my PS4 and catch up on some games.
Do it.
But will it be worth it?
It's a great question. Well, I never got around to playing God of War, so I might do that.
That one's a good one.
You gotta get your gal on.
Boy. All right, I think we need to wrap this up. I think we can do some virus updates in the next few days, but I want to not talk about the virus today. So
yeah, because it'll be obsolete as soon as it's uploaded. Yeah, it's not worth talking about if it gets fucking like updated every 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
pretty much all of my audio and just edit it all out. Just all of my audio.
are you afraid?
Well, edit your audio out from 30 minutes ago.
Shut up, Fresh. whatever channel I figure out my audio is on, just cut the whole thing.
I don't think you said anything interesting enough to elicit suspicions, but
I think you should keep all of it.
This fucking.
You should keep all of it.
It's
Dude,
nice.
I will drive to your house and like.
Right now, I'm just looking up.
I don't live there anymore.
I'm gonna keep in like half of it and replace the other half with like various bleeps.
With Elmo.
That's what's up,
Do it with a cow.
dude. Where
Moo.
I'm going to I'm going to your house. Right now. I'm going to kill you.
Go kill Chris. He almost made me wreck last night.
No, I'm going to kill him first, and then I'm
So,
going
yeah.
to kill him with you.
All right, so everyone,
And that's the end. That's
So
the
everyone-
end of the podcast.
yeah, everyone at home, wash your hands, stay at home, and don't touch any fucking North Korean dictators.
Yeah, don't leave your house.
Only feet bump.